Hi, I'm Ashish. I'm here today with Harsh, the co-founder of Pristine Care, a company that is redefining the patient experience in the elective surgery space. The healthcare system in India is extremely fragmented, with most patients being treated by small owner-operated private facilities. The patient experience is at times really frustrating, and the service they get pretty substandard. Harsh, you started Pristine with an attempt to fix this. Talk about the problem you're trying to solve.
We are in the surgery space, which is one of the largest parts of healthcare. And we are fundamentally focused on a patient who wants to undergo a surgery, and the entire journey from finding the doctor, getting his appointment, meeting him for the first time, getting a diagnostic done, having an insurance clearance, getting to a hospital, actually getting admitted, getting a surgery, getting a discharge, going back home, and then coming back for a follow-up, and even submitting his documents for a insurance reimbursement. The entire journey is fundamentally broken, and that is something which has energized us to keep focusing on it for the next 15 years. This is where our heart is, and this is what we want to do.
Harsh, when we first met you in late 18, you were a really lean team. Perhaps just you and your co-founders, Dr. Weber and Dr. Garima, who are a surgeon and a gynecologist respectively. And you were literally doing everything yourself. Talk about the early days of your startup and how this experience helped shape your product.
When we started, we said, okay, we are 3 people and the company is just 3 people. So we have to do everything ourselves. There is no other option. Both Weber and Garima have done almost like 20,000 surgeries before we start this company. So there's domain expertise like, nobody else, right? And my background largely being internet and operations. So I would acquire a patient, Weber or Garima would do the first consult, then all 3 of us would go to a hospital, one of them would go inside the OT, do the surgery, and then we would come out. I think what has been the beauty of that experience is that everything you see today in Pristine, every team, every orientation has an outlay from that experience. We saw every problem right in front of our eyes, be it patient's journey, be it discomfort in a hospital, be it insurance problem, be it diagnostics, everything. Today, Pristine has about 45 teams, and every little team is an outlay from the experiences we had early on.
We often talk with founders about customer obsession, which needs founders to stay close to their customers as they build out the product. Your founding story is a great example of why that matters. What else did you take away from that experience?
Every team you see in existence in Pristine today is because we saw that problem on the ground. And honestly, had we not saw that problem on the ground, we might have never been able to build out Pristine. When we started out, there was a surgery of an elderly person. We are in NCR, so we are in Gurgaon, and that person and the family stays in Noida. And the morning of the surgery at 7 o'clock, I called that patient up and said, hey, are you all coming in? Everything sorted? And I could see there was a fear. I spoke to his son in US, and he said, hey, he's developing cold feet just driving down. And he said, why can't we pick you from home and just get you to the hospital? Now, anybody can book a cab. That's not the problem. The point is that family saw that there was a group of people who will go to any lengths to help us out, help solve that. And I think, and since then, every patient in Pristine is picked from home and dropped back home. And the reason we were able to solve that problem is we experienced it ourselves as founders. And similar for everything else. Today, after 2 years, even when the senior most hire joins, they would go to the hospital, see a patient getting in, getting him admission, stand outside the OT, see his surgery through, sleep at the hospital, and spend literally the night at the hospital to see what does the patient go through during that 24 hours of stay. Right? Till the time we don't see that experience, we will never be able to solve, any problem with first principles. So I think the only suggestion which we could ever share is bias for action. Go do it yourself.
Thanks, Harsh. We are super excited about what you're building at Pristine, and we think the change and innovation you're bringing to healthcare will have a real impact across India.
Right.
Thank you for joining us today.